Greetings and salutations, y'all. It's been a minute. Here comes Gandalf to say hi and protect me from all the evil people. Hello, Gandalf. How's everybody doing? Now, you can't, you cannot sit here with your big head right in the camera. You can't do that. Mm-mm. You gotta go lay down, or you can lay down there, but you can't have your big head right here. Lay down. Come on. Don't make me squirt you. Lay down. Be a good boy. I know you're a good boy. Lay down. Come on. Lay down. For those of y'all yell at me always smacking my dog's butt, he loves it. See this? Come on. Go on, beat it. Come on. Everybody's seeing you. You made your appearance. All right. Hey, Jenny N and Country Owl. How is everybody? Let me make sure I got the live chat right. Live chat. All right. Your dog is as hairy as my... Yeah, he's really fucking hairy. He's really fucking hairy. Hair everywhere. I can't wait to have hardwood floors. And I don't have to vacuum 500 times a day. So, okay, it's been a minute. Mama got some, like, allergies going on. So if I'm sniffling a little bit, or if I sneeze, or if I cough, we have some allergies going on over here because it's really fucking dry. Wonderful. Making candles? Sweet. I can't wait to make my own candles. We're going to do candles and soaps and all kinds of shit when we get the farm and, you know, all that. We're going to be doing it. We're going to be a one-stop shop for, like, everything. And I mean everything. Oh, so we're just waiting for some more people to join us. We got 4. Anybody got any questions yet? Or are we just still greetings? I just washed my hair. It's all wet and stuff, so it's, like, acting weird. What's up, guys? Everybody have a good Independence Day and stuff? Let's see, what can I talk about while we're waiting for more people and questions? You know, I had an interesting thing happen the other day, which brought something pertinent to the foreground, and that is grounding. Do y'all know about grounding and techniques and ways to ground yourself? If you don't, you better start learning that shit. Jenny made her mirror box, but do you keep this hidden away? Or do you throw it away? No, I would keep it hidden in a dark place, like in a closet and under your bed, in a cabinet, you know, way in the back, or, you know, something. Okay, Country Owl has a question. Have you ever done a work where you took burden from one person and gave it to another person? Let me think, because there's different meanings of doing something like that. I don't think I would necessarily say I've taken someone's burdens and given them to someone else. I have done things which manifested in ways where somebody was having really bad luck, and then they started having really good luck, but, you know, the person who might have done work on them to give them bad luck started having the bad luck that the other person, you know, was having. Putting your burdens on somebody else, I think it can be done. I don't think anything's impossible, but I think the balance would be the issue with doing something like that. You better damn well make sure that it's balanced correctly and it's not gonna, you know, blow up in your face, or it's not gonna come back to fucking bite your ass. balances and everything. And I've always kind of, you know, if somebody's really going through some shit, they probably need to go through that shit. It's either they need to learn something or they did something that they deserve to be going through that shit. Now, there are, you know, innocent people that, you know, go through shit and don't deserve it, and, you know, that's where balance comes in and everything, but a lot of people that are going through shit need to go through that shit. Just saying. Jesus, now I got another dog and I got a cat trying to knock my camera over right behind it. Evil monkey. Greetings, Aisha. How are you tonight? Hi, Jillian. Oh, you guys, before I forget, my website is primitiverootsconjure.com, and until Monday? Till the 8th. That's Sunday, I think, or Monday. You get free shipping, guys. You get free shipping on any order, $25 and over. Free shipping all weekend. So you guys don't miss that sale before it runs out. Just letting everybody know. Where's everybody at tonight? Is everybody on like vacation for the holiday? Or like what? Where is everybody? We're getting a slow start here tonight. Is it okay to butt a family member in a mirror box, not blood related, but from my husband's side of the family? I think you mean put, not butt. Yes and no. I mean, you can do it, but when it, especially as a woman, when you marry into a family, okay, that's why it's in-laws and stuff like that. You take your husband's name, and his family basically like adopts you, and you actually become a part of their family. So even though it's not like a blood relation, technically you're still part of that family, you know, through the contract and the pact and the deal of marriage. If it's adjusting some balance, you know, deal, you can, you know, you can still do that. You can still do it, but just be aware that even though they're not blood family, it's still your family. And this is where a lot of people get fucked up, you know, like cursing their in-laws or cursing, you know, their sister-in-law, their brother-in-law, their mother-in-law, and this and that. You wind up having kids with your husband. Okay, so that kid is now going to share that lineage that you just cursed. And they're going to be fucked up. You're fucking up your own offspring when you do shit like that. And people don't usually put that together and think about those kind of things. Okay, one of my former friends has constantly talked really poorly of me and about my path, made the silly mistake of telling her I was a witch, and now she's in legal trouble. So she wants me to, and I'm assuming you're going to say do some fucking work to help her out. That happens a lot. My son was unexpectedly unemployed, and I feel that the company is going to try to block his unemployment. Any magical tips for getting his unemployment to go through? He and his girlfriend just had a baby. Okay, so has the paperwork for unemployment already been filed? If the paperwork has not been filed, you're going to want to take that paperwork, the unemployment filing documents, and anoint them with some kind of like Crown of Success, Crown of Triumph oil, like High John the Conqueror oil. You can dust it with like Luck and Success powders, all that kinds of shit before you fill them out and send them back or turn them in, or, you know, whatever you're going to do with them. Anoint your paperwork. She wants you to do work for her. How do I shut her down? Just shut her down. In a sense, be nice about it. I actually posted something like that on my page last week, and it was like, I don't know, it was a meme of some guy making a funny face, and he was like, how I look when my friends that make fun of my spiritual path all of a sudden need me to do work for them. I mean, it's a common, you know, it's a common fucking story. I have a friend, same thing. it actually turns out that she actually really fucking needs my help, and I'm kind of obligated to help her, even though I know she's probably not going to do what I'm telling her to do, or use the stuff I'm going to send her, but my spirits are adamant that I do this, so, you know, I got to do what I got to do, and then if she lets the ball drop on her fucking end, that's on her, as long as I did what I had to do. The unemployment filing is done online. Okay. Online, let me think about what can we do without an actual physical kind of tag lock kind of thing. Do prayers. Do prayers for your court, to your ancestors, for success and accomplishment and achievement and conquering and, you know, all that kind of prayers. Do vigil candles, you know, incense, prayers, everything with your spiritual court and your ancestors. If there's no, you know, if there's nothing physical to fucking work with, prayers, prayers and candle work is kind of what you got. Where is everybody tonight? Is everybody on vacation for the holiday? Where y'all at? Been a minute since I did a video. Did I lose a bunch of subscribers or something? None of my regulars are here. Where's everybody at? Maybe it'll be a short video tonight. Hey. Hey, Denise the Wandering Artist. There's some regulars popping in. Any suggestions on a work to have someone tell the truth? I'm actually working on an oil for that. I am, as we speak, I am working on like a truth-telling kind of oil. So as far as a work to get someone to tell the truth, you could do like a skull candle, okay, and you could like carve the mouth out of the skull candle and add in the mouth things that would make loose lips, or oils and herbs that would bring about truth, and then you sew the mouth back shut. You could also do this, and see, people always use tongues for hexing. You know, I'm sure everybody knows of the beef tongue and, you know, all that shit to shut somebody up, but you can also do tongue work to make somebody talk as well. You want to loosen their tongue and make them talk and speak truth, so you can, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I don't know when it's going to be ready. That's up to spirits. I'm still getting, my spirits are so funny. When, you know, when they give me an idea for something I need to do, or something I need to make, an oil or whatever, they give me little pieces at a time. Like one day I might get one ingredient. A week or two later, I might get 3 ingredients. A month later, I might get another 1 or 2. And, you know, I get a little pieces at a time until I get the whole thing. Then I have to actually make the thing. I have to put it with the spirits for whatever amount of time that they say they need it, you know, to work with that shit. And then I have to test it before, you know, I offer it out to people. I got to make sure the shit works, right? So yeah, it's a long, arduous process. You have used beef tongues? Yeah, you can definitely use those for people telling the truth. Now, I will say one ingredient that I have succeeded in gathering and is going to be part of this truth oil is a rooster tongue, because roosters, they're loud, they're obnoxious, you can't shut them up, and the truth part comes in as, you know, they crow kind of the same fucking time every fucking day, right? They announce the fucking coming dawn, and that is a truth in the light of the world, and like all that. So, you know, I'll give out one ingredient. One ingredient in the oil is gonna be a rooster tongue. So maybe you guys don't want to buy this oil now. But I do what Spirit says, you know. Yeah. So, my God, where's everybody at? Everyone must be on vacation. Tomorrow's my anniversary, guys. It's my anniversary tomorrow, and it's also my grandmother's birthday. So we do the anniversary thing, and then I come home and I bring gifts and cake and balloons and like all kinds of shit. And I decorate up my ancestors and everything for my grandmother's birthday. Yay, yeah. We don't do much. Actually, we're going to celebrate our anniversary next weekend. Next Friday, the 13th, is Crypticon. That's what we're doing for our anniversary. We're going to fucking Crypticon and just buy shit and meet celebrities. Rooster tongue and all, awesome. Do you have to be a Christian to practice hoodoo? People have been telling the Bible is inseparable. You do not have to be a Christian to practice hoodoo. However, if you don't want to, and either way, you don't have to be a Christian. But these New Age people, you know, they're bringing in their fuckery. The Bible and the Psalms are pretty much tantamount, you know, to hoodoo. But you don't have to be a Christian to use the Bible and Psalms for shit. You don't. You don't have to be a Christian to pray. Lots of people fucking pray. You could be on a plane and it's fucking going down in smoke and you're gonna fucking pray to whoever the fuck you fucking believe in. You know, everybody fucking prays. You don't have to be a Christian to pray and use Psalms and everything. I mean, the Bible, meh. Some people do it, you know, like they have passages and not using Psalms, okay? They have verses written out. Some people work where they set up, you know, a kind of work and they open a Bible and they just randomly open it to a fucking page and whatever, you know, pops up is what they use for the work, you know, that the Spirit guides them, you know, to open a random page and they use that in their work. But other than that, hoodoo is really like Psalms. And anybody can pray Psalms. You don't have to be Christian. You don't have to be Catholic. You don't have to be any of that. We use Psalms, you know, in powwow. I was seeing the other day, what was it? Was it? Yeah, it was I can't even say the word. Guys, I have allergies and my voice and my throat and my nose is like, Kabbalistic. Okay, Kabbalistic practices also use Psalms and everything. So you don't have to be a fucking Christian. You don't. Bibleomancy, yeah. Oh, I got so disgusted with trendy witchcraft that I almost gave up witchcraft altogether. So sick of all their titles. Yeah, I mean, it is. When I first started my channel, I don't know if you guys ever went back and watched all my old videos. I did a lot of ranting and raving. And yelling at people about their fuckery and, you know, all this and that. But I just, sometimes I still gotta fucking say something. If I see some really fucked up shit. But most of the time, I just let it go. Fuck it. You know, and you can't help these people. And people that, you know, they claim they want help and you try and help them and they fucking, they're disrespectful and they don't listen to you anyway and fuck it. Fuck it. Just ignore it. Just ignore the fuckery as best you can unless there is something, you know, a spirit nagging at you or something really deep inside of you that's like, I have to fucking speak on this fuckery. I've been trying very hard to steer clear of the dramas and the fuckeries. I still see it, but I just ignore it to the best of my ability. Jenny hates New Age stuff, yeah. I have seen these younger people disrespecting elders with their purple, pink, blue hair, thinking that it makes them stand out and look powerful. Yeah, I mean, but we were all young once, you know. We all fucking did that shit, you know. We all did it. someday, and I swear this fucking new age witchcraft thing it's a total fad. It's like, I don't know how to describe it other than a fad. It's like the new hip fucking thing. And next year it'll be something else. And once, all these people realize that they're not fucking witches, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. All they have to do is, just run across one nasty fucking spirit that's gonna fuck them up, and they're gonna quit. They're gonna realize, hey, I can't fucking do this shit, or I'm not the real deal, or whatever, and they're gonna fucking walk away from this fad, and only the real deals will be left, I hope. Now, there probably will still be a few scammers, because some people have realized that, the witchcraft and hoodoo community are really fucking stupid most of the time, and they are really easy to scam. And a lot of people are making bank on that, so those people might still stick around until, their shit catches up to them, and, they're found out to be frauds and whatever when their shit don't work. So everything will run its course in its time. At least that's what I have faith in. Happy Friday! Fireworks, y'all. Okay, we're not gonna do that. I'm gonna scorch you. He hates fireworks. Chuck it in the fuck it bucket. Awesome. Awesome. Happy Friday, Daily Witch. Hello, Kevin Range. If the trendy people really started practicing magic, they will learn it's not a joke. But see, they ain't gonna learn that. Because they can't. They're not fucking witches. No matter how bad they want to be, no matter how different they want to be, no matter how much attention they want, no matter how much they want to stand out, they're not it. They're just not it. And they're gonna fucking realize it one day. I posted something today. It was like a picture of a lion, and it said, listen to my voice, y'all. These allergies are killing me. It was a picture of a lion. And it said something along the lines of, you gotta watch out for these people that are always proclaiming who and what they are. Because the real deal, a lion wouldn't have to tell me it's a fucking lion. Like, for fucking talk, you know what I mean? These fucking people, they'll go away eventually. Yes, you will know them by their fruits. The ones that desperately need your help, but do nothing you advise. What they want is a genie in a bottle. Oh yeah, and they want, it's this generation of instant gratification. This generation has grown up on the internet. They've grown up with the internet. They have grown up with getting trophies for not winning, for just participating in something. You get a trophy. Everything they do is perfect. They do nothing wrong. And with the internet, everything is instant gratification. And they think, magic and, spirits and everything work that way as well. Well, sorry. And once they don't, once they're not getting that instant gratification, a lot of them are going to fuck up. They're going to, because shit takes time. And if they're not getting the instant gratification, what are they going to do? They're going to do more and more and more and more and more work, and it's just going to be a fucking caca mess, and it's going to blow up in their face, and they're going to fucking walk away from it because they're not going to get instant gratification. These paths and these traditions are all about nothing but fucking patience. Fucking patience and self-growth. This is what these traditions and these paths are truly about. You have to master yourself before, you can master anything else. Ever heard of Teal Swan? I have not. Sorry. Hey, Princess. It's like a generation of narcissists. Yep. Pretty much. Entitlement. That's the word. I don't mind working with the Bible, but do I have to be a Christian to practice hoodoo? No. What did I just say? You don't have to be a Christian, But if you want to keep the traditional root work, we use Psalms and Bibles and shit. I'm not a fucking Christian. I'm not. But I do that shit and I work with that shit. And just because I'm not a Christian or Catholic or whatever does not mean that my ancestors weren't, right? So I keep the tradition like that. It's also a way of honoring your ancestors, of keeping it, the way they practiced it, and all that. And that's why I don't get the generation where they want to go fucking change everything. They think they can just jump in and change everything. It doesn't fucking work that way. Just because they don't want to, do it the way their fucking ancestors did, shit's gonna start fucking up. For real. If one person says to me, give me a spell for, yeah, right? Have I missed much? No, you have not, Ancient Visions. It's pretty dead tonight. I don't know where everybody's at. Yeah, I watched her video, but seems confusing to me. Some kind of new age. Are we talking about that teal whatever? I have never heard. I'm scrolling back to see what it was called. Teal Swan? Never heard of it. Hey, Nothingness Chronicles. The gang's showing up. I see a bunch of people like saying they're here, but my view numbers are not going up. That's odd. Am I asking a bad question? No, you're not asking a bad question. I thought I answered your question. Did I not answer your question? Or, I thought I answered it pretty point blank. You don't have to be a Christian. You don't have to be. I don't know how else to answer your question for you. I had heard somewhere bad things about teal, but I don't know who this person is, y'all. I will spare you the long story, but where I currently live, there are a gazillion pigeons all over the place. I'm constantly running across pigeon feathers. Do you know of any use for them? I actually do that as well. In the fall, when I work downtown at the haunted houses and stuff, I come across pigeon feathers all the time. If I run across one, I keep it. I have a whole pot collection over here of pigeon feathers, and sometimes spirits want them, or I need them for work, or whatever. So when I come across stuff like that, I just pick it up, and I keep it. I do that with all kinds of shit, because I know if I'm running across something, it's something I'm gonna need at some point in time. So I just pick it up, fucking hang on to it till you need it. I buy shit and come across shit all the time that I don't know what the fuck it's for. And I'll order shit, and I'll be like, why the fuck did I order that? But it turns out a month later or something, I need that exact fucking thing. So I just stock up and hang on to shit, because you never know when you're gonna need it. Is it odd that I feel very drawn to spirits of animals I'm also afraid of? I don't really know how to explain it, but wait a minute, I lost it. But that energy is really attractive to me when it comes to magical work. Hey, Tukawaka girl! That's my girl. She sent Mama a package. A really awesome fucking package. Well, I mean, that's like the whole phobia fear thing, right? Like, a lot of people are like that. I don't think that's odd at all that you're, attracted to critters that you're scared of. Like, I hate fucking spiders. Everybody knows this. But I'll watch the fuck out of some, spider videos on fucking Discovery Channel or whatever. And, I find it fascinating and I'll watch it. Or I'll be outside and I'll see one building a web. I'll watch it from a good distance. But I'm scared to death of them, right? I mean, I think that's like the phobia attraction kind of thing. And lots of people have that. They're kind of repulsed and attracted, by something at the same time. That's not an odd occurrence. Oh, you're okay, Kevin. You're fine. I'm making sure I'm answering your question, because that's what I'm here to do. I just didn't know if you misunderstood what I was saying, or I didn't answer it right, or whatever. So if you're not clear, just rephrase. I was always told that the animal you are afraid of is actually your shadow tone. This animal is showing you what you need to work on in your life that you're afraid of. I mean, that could be very true. My husband is deathly afraid of bears. Like, horribly afraid of bears. Terribly, terribly afraid of bears. And I don't know what it is. Because I don't... You've never actually met a bear, have you? No. He's... he's, like, terrified of bears. Like, really scared of them. But, yeah, I mean, that could totally be a thing. Because a lot of times... we have to face our fears to grow. We have to conquer that. What is it? What the saying? Everything you ever wanted is on the other side of fear. So you have to, you know. I try not to fear too much. There's not too much I fear. Even spiders. I don't say I fear them unless they're like, you know, poisonous fucking spiders. I might fear that a little bit. But even just regular, you know, they just creep me out. I wouldn't say I fucking fear them, but they're creepy and I don't fucking like them at all, so. But I've learned to deal with them, you know, especially being a gardener. You know, I came to a term with them in the garden. Like, if they're in my garden, I let them. I don't kill them. I don't tear their webs down. I let them be, because even though they're creeping me out, they're serving a purpose. You know, they're eating all the pests that eat my vegetables and shit like that. So I let them be in there. I have to go down to my cellar every night and work, and there's lots of fucking spiders down there. Now, down there, I might kill a motherfucking spider, but but I deal with them, you know, because I have to deal with them. And it, you know, we got to do that shit. Currently, I'm drawn to gators. They are the coolest, but they're also heckin' dangerous. Yeah, they are. My husband wants some kind of pet gator or something. He has this, like, fantasy of living down south and, like, you know, in a bayou or something and having a gator, like, chained to a tree as a guard dog or some fucking shit. I don't know what he... I don't know what his little dream is. So, I should look up rats and snakes. I mean, it's funny, the things that we're afraid of, and most of the things that we're afraid of can't even really hurt us. Now, like, okay, we can have a fear of snakes, but not all snakes, right? Because only some snakes are, you know, poisonous. And just like the spiders, only some spiders are poisonous, but they're still fucking creepy. Snakes can still be creepy, even if they're not poisonous, if you're scared of that, you know, kind of thing. But creepy and scared are different. Now, if it's a venomous fucking snake, yeah, I'd be scared of that motherfucker. But if it's a fucking garter snake or whatever, be creeped out, but don't be scared of it. We had, oh, I was dying. When I went back to my house and we were doing, like, ceremonies and stuff, we had a snake, and it was a boa, I think. It was a boa or a python, but it was a baby. It was, like this big. It was a little tiny thing. And everybody was fucking creeped out by it. Well, the fucker got out of his box. He got out of his box. And so we're looking everywhere for this little tiny fucking snake. And we found it back in this corner, and nobody would fucking pick it up. Like, even, you know, the higher up elders, you know, like, nobody would fuck with this snake. And I just ran over and, you know, snatched him up. And I sat there all night and held that fucker because we didn't want him escaping again and no one else would touch it. So I just, you know, he wrapped around my fucking arm and I just held him all fucking night, you know. But even, you know, like, the elders and everything were creeped out by the fucking snake, and I'm like, oh, I don't know, I just thought it was fucking hilarious. I thought it was fucking hilarious. When you're doing a ceremony and the elders are like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. You're like, damn, who are you? And you're scared of this little bitty fucking tiny snake. Yeah, it's funny times. My grandma, who is a spiritualist and Catholic, told me the rosary is all I need. I never understood this. Well, I mean, the rosary is used in a lot of things. Even in Spiritismo, you know, in a lot of the traditions I practice, it's traditional to open up, you know, a prayer session with, the Our Father, and then we do the rosary. Now, a rosary itself, like, the necklace rosary, not the prayer rosary, but the necklace itself, if you have one of those, you can do a lot of fucking shit with them. Like, seriously. And they're used with basically every saint, even like the, Santisima Morte, and, we use fucking rosary and everything. So, I mean, I don't, if it's all you ever need, I don't think I'd say that. But it's definitely, higher up on the most important, prayers that you can do. Definitely. Bears look way too cute to be so dangerous. They look like big forest puppies. I know, right? But my husband, I'll never forget it. We had watched some, I don't know what it was, like when animals attack or some fucking shit, and a bear had attacked this guy that was like riding a bike on a trail or some fucking shit, and like ate his like ate his face, like crushed his skull. The guy lived, right? But it like showed a pretty graphic, even though it was like a reenactment or whatever. But it was a pretty graphic thing of this bear, like attacking this guy's fucking head and shit. So we go to sleep, and at night, I woke up, and my husband was screaming his head off, and he's swinging his arms, and he's just going, ah! I woke him up, and I'm like, honey, what's the matter? He was like, oh my god, that fucking bear was eating my face. Like, he's like so fucking scared of bear. And then we watched that movie, what is it, the Leonardo DiCaprio movie that came out, Revenant or something like that. That was the icing on it. I don't think my husband even finished that movie. He's so scared of bears. Don't even know why. Like, he's never even seen a bear, like, for real. Be right back. Blueberry cheesecake. Damn, girl. She's gonna be snacking and fucking chatting. Is it possible to have a cryptozoological animal be your spirit totem animal or an extinct animal like a dinosaur? I've personally never heard of anything like that, like a cryptozoologic, cryptoid. Um, they're not necessarily proven to be real. Now, I mean, a lot of people believe in them. I believe in, a lot of them, and the legends have been around for centuries, and, all that, but not necessarily a real kind of, deal until it's proven to be science. And personally, I've never heard anybody say that, a cryptoid was their fucking spirit animal. An extinct animal, I've never heard that either, and here's why. Because when an animal becomes extinct, its spirit, when there's no longer any living, representations of that animal spirit, then what's going to happen is the spirit energy of that animal that went extinct is going to get recycled. It's going to go back to, the main energy source. So, an extinct animal, I don't personally believe still exists in spirit, because I think their spirit would be recycled once there's no longer any living representations of that animal. So again, that's something that I've never come across or heard of, and that's just my opinion. Take it. It's just my opinion. I'm afraid of rattlesnakes because they bite people where I live. Well, that is an obviously, a founded good fear. I'd be afraid of a fucking rattlesnake too. Yeah, fear, yeah. I mean, a lot of our fears are ingrained from, ancestry. So much has to do with ancestry, y'all. But our ancestors, they didn't have electricity. They didn't have the shit. And the dark was a scary fucking time. Back in the days before fucking electricity and all this shit, when everything was so lit up, all you had was a little fucking fire. And the nighttime was a scary time. This is when all the dark baddies and the nocturnal hunters and all that shit came out, and of course you can't see in the dark and what the fuck's out there lurking and what's coming after you and shit. So, a lot of these fears we have of snakes, of bears, of lions, tigers, spiders, whatever, because they're, poisonous spiders. It's kind of ingrained in our, psyche from those primitive days of our ancestors. And they're founded ingrained fears, like the reptilian brain. It hangs on to that shit. I have tarantulas in my yard? When I run when I see them. But now I look at them a little bit more into why. I'd be creeped the fuck out if I had tarantulas in my yard. Yeah. Now see, my husband, he's scared of spiders too, but he had pet tarantulas, so I don't know if that was him conquering his fear kind of fucking thing, as that was before I met him. But he's like a girl when it comes to spiders, but yet he had pet tarantulas, so... 43, been ding this my whole life, but I'm still learning. Honey, we're always learning. And, I was explaining this to my husband the other day, and, you go, especially with this generation, they think they know everything. You can't teach somebody that knows everything, right? If you know everything, there's nothing else to learn, and nobody can teach you anything, right? You're the all-seeing, all-knowing, fucking omnipotent know-it-all, right? If you're not constantly learning and constantly growing, you might as well be dead. Like, honestly, that's the only time we should stop learning and growing, is when we die. And then, even then we don't fucking stop. We don't fucking stop. So, yeah, I don't get it with these people that think they fucking know everything and think they learned everything there is to learn. And I've always said, no matter how much study and research you've done into something, when you think you've got it, when you think you know everything there is to know about this thing, and, that's all there is to it, you've got a good grasp on it, stop, go back, and look at it again. Because you fucking missed something, and I guarantee it. I guarantee it. You can't, nobody knows fucking everything, and if we're not constantly learning and growing, you might as well just be fucking dead. Hello, Mary T. You missed the last two. You love spider. Ew, I don't. Is it okay to burn a name paper after finishing a working? Yeah. What kind of working is it? If it's something, I don't know. I'm trying to think, because I usually don't burn my name papers unless I'm probably not doing something nice to the person. That's usually the only time I burn name papers. And it doesn't even necessarily have to be something nice, but if I'm adding a person, like let's say I'm making a protection, right? And there's people that I know are enemies, right? And I want protection from those people. I'll fucking, I'll do a petition name paper of that person, and, I will burn it, and I'll put the ash in the fucking work. That's really the only time I burn petition name papers. And I know some people do it. You can do it for money. Burn your petitions, to put that out. Burn bay leaves and all that kinds of shit. But when it comes to a petition name paper, personally, I don't burn it unless it's something, along the lines of what I was just talking about. How did it go at the beauty shop with your dress? Oh, yeah, they got done. Did you talk and tease the floor? I did, and she didn't really weird out on me. So I tipped her really good. I tipped her like $15. I think it was more awkward for me than it was for her. But she didn't think nothing of it, But I was just, I don't know. She went to take me back, and I'm like, can I just... I was like, don't weird out on me. Please don't weird out on me, but, can I just put some of this on your hands? And she didn't even look at it, and she just put her hands out. I was like, and we get back to her little, booth, and she was just like, oh, by the way, what's in the bottle? I'm like, this is Florida water. And she's like, what's that? And it's like a spiritual cleanser. And she's like, oh, okay. So it was awkward. I think it was a lot more awkward for me than it was for her. It was not a big deal, but I tipped her really fucking good for being really cool about it. And I don't even know why my spirits were freaking, because she had a really good energy. She was like, she was very quiet, very calm, soft spoken, sweet. You know, she had a very nice, pleasant energy. So I don't know why they were so adamant about it, but they were. So I listened. Flying roaches? What the hell? There was a black widow spider in the room in my house that I know has a negative spirit. Currently working on kicking it the fuck out. I had to order camphor online. And that felt like a bad omen. I don't know, if a spider showing up in a place is a bad omen. I mean, yeah, people always think of the black widow spider as like some evil, dark, whatever. But I'm trying to think. I did have a closet with like some caca in it, and there happened to be a fucking brown recluse in there. That like jumped out at me when I went in there to clean it. So maybe there is something to that. I don't know if I'd put a whole lot of stock in it unless, I've seen it manifest like a couple times to prove the hypothesis, but I think I'm on the fence about that one. I don't know. Bonding with the snake. Yeah, he was a cute little bugger. Fortunately, he didn't get to live very long, but he was cute. Hello, Felicia Fifi. This is the cutest name ever, guys. Isn't that like the cutest name ever? For real. Marlene Lopez, the awesome soap lady. She's running late, but she's here. Your grandma is in Spiritismo. Awesome. Yeah, I'm just learning it. It wasn't supposed to be part of my path and my traditions, but now it is, and there's nothing I can do about it. So I'm just on the cusp. Tip of learning, a little bit about the Spiritism. I'm got a lot of shit to learn, guys. Like a lot, and that's why the videos have cut back in frequency quite a bit. I'm busy a lot. I've got a lot of traditions and a lot of things that, I have to do and I have to learn, and a lot of spirits to take care of, and it's like, plus I have, life. Life, I gotta fucking do that too. I love witchcraft, but I hate this fuckery. It caught me mid-rage. Glad I can calm down. Yeah, I was actually talking about that earlier in the beginning of the video about grounding. Grounding, you all gotta fucking get that down. Like, big time. I had a hell of a fucking episode this weekend, I'll tell you what, y'all. Mama had to go hug a fucking tree, for real. Grandma told me that because of a man who had done work on me that I could not do any type of craft because it would backfire. Is this possible? Fireworks. At this point in time, it is a possibility. Like, I don't know what kind of work was done, but that is a possibility of something that can happen. But nothing is permanent, y'all. Everything can be removed. Everything can be removed. Let me say that again. Nothing is permanent. So, I would work on getting this condition removed from you. That's what I would do, and then you can, work on your merry way. Do you think phobias could be based on past life experiences? It's definitely a possibility. Yeah, it definitely is. I've seen a lot of information on past life stuff. I think I talked before about the little boy that was like, he was like a little boy, like 5, 6 years old, and he swore to, God, that he was a sailor on some fucking Navy boat that got, torpedoed by the fucking Japanese, and he sunk and he died and everything. And he knew the parents' names and, where he was born, his wife's name, and like he knew everything. And he was terrified of fucking water because, he had drowned in his fucking past life. So Yeah, phobias can definitely fucking play a part in that. I've seen other ones where, people were scared of elevators, and then it come out in their past life like they fucking died in an elevator or by being crushed by something or, something like that. So, yeah, I totally believe that's a possibility. In Australia, every animal is deadly. You're right. If we lived in Australia, I'd be afraid of everything. Australia ain't no joke, y'all, man. They got the fucking beast down there, man. Fucking spiders be like this fucking big and shit. If I have a candle, it broken in the middle, but it still stands up. Is it okay to use it still? Like a taper candle, 6 inch. Some seemed to break in the mail. Oh yeah. If it's like a taper candle, yeah, no problem. What I would actually do is where it's broken, just melt it a little bit. Take a lighter or whatever, and melt it a little bit where it broke, and then just stick it back together. I make, candles all the time out of sticks. If I need a 2-color candle, or whatever, I'll cut 2 fucking candles in half, and I'll heat them up, and I'll fucking stick them together and make a new candle. We work with what we have. Improvise. Yeah, you can totally use that candle. I work with a woolly mammoth spirit all the time. Well, that's really interesting. Robert Eder. That's a first. never, never heard of that one. That's interesting. Loved a bit. Well, thank you, Robert. Is it wrong that I have barely any friends my own age? Because a lot of people my age are annoying to me. Absolutely fucking not. It's not wrong. I'm the same way. I had actually the lady that was doing my hair asked me about it because I was raised by my grandparents, so I was around older people my whole fucking life. So I found people my age very annoying and very immature and just fucking stupid, and I couldn't stand them. So I always dated older men. I always had older friends, and like everything like that. So I don't, that's not weird at all. Just the same fucking way. Not weird at all, honey. I love learning more. I read as much as I can and learn from other people. That's awesome. That's the way we learn. I don't get how a person makes a video for YouTube and people call them a copycat. What are you talking about? Who's calling who a copycat? Hey, just tuning in, Lady Ambrosia. You look great, practically glowing. Oh, awesome, thank you. I'm actually kind of stuffy. I got these allergy things going on. It's weird because I never had allergy. I actually think it's dryness. So we're really fucking dry. So, like, my nose is kind of stuffed up and I got this, like, chest thing and my mouth is really, actually, let me get a drink. May that help. We're still drinking tea, by the way, unsweet. School of Life, Cradle to Grave, absolutely. There's a million ways to do work, yep. And as we always say, what works for me might not work for you. What works for you might not work for me. This is why we do our own fucking thing. Don't ask other people for their fucking shit. And people who are bound to do a lot of the same stuff, right? Yeah, I mean, this is why I quit posting. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why I quit posting pictures of my work and what I do and how I do things. Number one, it tells your enemies how you work, what you're working with, and what you're doing, right? And it doesn't have to be a particular time. Like, I wait, I wait a month, 2 months, 3 months before I would post pictures of work after it manifested. But still, you're giving away a lot when you post pictures of your work, number one. Number two, not only will people try and copy what you did, but they will actually steal your own fucking pictures, which is why we now watermark everything, because there are countless fucking fraud workers out there who are stealing pictures of real workers' fucking shit and posting it as their own, and they're fucking scamming people. This is why it's so important If you're one of those people that likes to, post pictures of your work, watermark your shit, y'all. Watermark it and copyright it so people aren't frauding other people with pictures of your fucking shit. It's happening a lot. It's like, it's becoming a big fucking problem. But yeah, I don't post pictures of my work anymore. I refuse. My enemies don't need to see what I'm doing, where I'm doing, who I'm doing it with, and how I'm doing it. So, I'm not big on that. I mean, they're bound to do a lot of the same stuff. It depends. I think a lot of this is, monkey see, monkey do on fucking Facebook memes and shit, like, especially with all the glitter and the flowers and the fucking blah. We all know where that source came from. And everybody's copying it. It's funny. It's really funny. Because you go in these groups, and, like, I'm in a lot of groups on the Facebook, and, like, I'm in one group who the lady that runs the group is from, like, Romania, right? She's, like, way out of the fucking Americas, right? But yet she practices fucking hoodoo, and her work looks identical to someone else's work on YouTube and Facebook. Now, you're telling me that somebody who doesn't live in America is practicing hoodoo in fucking Romania, and it just happens to look identical to this other lady's work on fucking social media, right? I don't know if I believe that one, y'all. Sometimes spirits are overprotective. Abso-fucking-lutely. You are so right, girl. Good to hear it all went well at the beauty shop. Yeah, it went good. It was really good. I was pleasantly happy. I love the idea of having your beautician adding Florida water into your hair. Well, it wasn't even that she added Florida water into my hair. I just had her cleanse her hands with Florida water before she touched my head. So, whatever energy was on her, it wasn't going on my fucking head. Because, in my traditions, your crown, your head is very fucking important. And, like, people don't touch your fucking head. Like, you don't fucking do that. In fact, when she was, like, back in this area, the crown area, because I wouldn't let her wash my hair, because I had just fucking washed it and everything, but I put some cascarilla on my crown to give a little bit more protection. So she gets to this area, and I'm like, oh, by the way, if you see some, like, white powder in that area, it's not dandruff, I promise. And she just kind of was like, oh, what is it? Like, I know she's seen it. I was like, cascarilla, and she's like, oh, she didn't even ask what it was. She knew mine wasn't dirty, and didn't have fucking dandruff head or whatever. But yeah, she was really fucking cool. I gave her a good tip. I told her I'd definitely be back to her. Blueberry pie tastes like there's booze in it. Yeah, I've had blueberries like that before. I've eaten blueberries out of the bushel that tasted like they had booze in them. Brown recluse? Hell no, yeah. It was a big one, too. Denise is making everyone hungry. I unknowingly went to the bathroom next to a huge one while camping. Oh, hell no. Boyfriend's home. Oh, no. Oh, that's awful. That's creepy. Man, see, that reminds me, my grandpa had a hunting camp when I was growing up, and, like, every summer we'd go up to the hunting camp. And it was beautiful. It was so beautiful and peaceful, and so many animals would come in, and it was really cool. But, it was all men. It was all men at the hunting camp, but, in the summer it was closed down because there was no hunting in the summer. So, the men would take their kids and their wives and their families and everybody. Well, being a men's fucking hunting camp, instead of putting a toilet inside in the bathroom like a normal fucking person, they made outhouses. And I hated going outside at night and making the walk to that fucking outhouse in the middle of the night, because the lights in the outhouse were like on all the time. So at night, what do bugs like at night? They like light. You open the door to that fucking outhouse and it was just covered so many fucking insects, and oh my god. And walking through that, walking out there in pitch black at night anyway wasn't bad enough. When you get there, You got a million fucking insects that, conquer. So, yeah, I hear you. Denise, you're gonna bring cheesecake for everybody. Gotta share. Hubby brought it home from work. Someone made it for us. Oh, well, that's sweet. I hope you know her well. Even better when you don't have to make it yourself. I'm trying my best to stay grounded, but people don't leave me alone. I'm always getting attacked. Yeah, that sucks. Um, that stops though once you get to a certain level. Once you get to a certain level, 95% of the people that are gonna attack you are like a gnat. You just kind of brush like, and you keep your spirit strong. You keep them fed, you keep them strong, you keep your protections, refresh them quite often, and all that, and you shouldn't have any problems. You really fucking shouldn't. If you're getting attacked all the time and it's actually doing something, you're doing something wrong. You need to, make new protections, stronger protections, more protections, better protections, put them other places, start them out further. You need to work with your spirits more and strengthen your core and your ancestors, and you shouldn't be worrying about that very much. Burning rubber with your boomerang oil? What? Burning rubber with my boomerang oil? I hope you're literally not talking about burning rubber. Like setting it on fire? And what would happen if there is a circumstance where you want to take your altar, altar, honey, down, but don't want any more moving neglect? Wait, what would happen if there's a circumstance where you want to take your altar down, don't want any more moving neglect? Okay, so you're moving, so you have to take it down, or you just want to take it down? I don't understand what moving neglect is. I actually had a point where I had, see this allergy shit. I had to take down my Legba altar because there was a lot of fucked up shit going on at that point, and that altar was kind of like a door, and it was letting shit in. So I had to take him down for like a month, and then I was allowed to put him back up. I cried my head off when I was taking down his altar, and he actually told me that he was with me regardless. He was with me whether I had an altar to him or not. He was with me if I had him in a box. He was with me all the time regardless. So that made me feel a little bit better. The communication definitely wasn't as good while he was in the box. But I have had to get rid of some spirits, that weren't the right ones and everything, and I do it respectfully. I do it as respectfully as possible as I'm taking everything down. I take it down with care, and I speak to the spirit the entire time, and I just say no, disrespect. I am putting you to rest with honor and respect and appreciation, and all that. I will put everything, all their belongings, everything in a box, and you can put it away for a while. See if you might want to revisit it later, or the ones I wound up having to totally I had, I sold it. I found new homes. In fact, when I took them down, I promised them that. I was like, this isn't the right place for you, but I will find the proper place for you, and I promised them that as I was placing them in a box, and I did. I found good homes for them, where they're honored and offered and all that stuff, and where they actually belong. So yeah, just be fucking respectful about it, and you shouldn't have any issues. It's getting warm in here. You warm?
Sounds like right.
I really forgot to give my goddess her candle. Oh no. You know what I'm doing tonight? Don't forget the light. I made penis candles and they broke getting them out of the mold. Oh, I melded them back together. And my daughter walked in and just shook her head. Yeah, I stick candles back together all the time when they break. The only ones you can't really do that with, like the 7-day, the glass ones, you can't really. But I've had ones that have come broken, and what I've actually done with them is I just break the rest of the glass off of them. So I just have the wax fucking candle, and I'll stick it in something else. Yeah, I'm not gonna waste the fucking candle. But I'll use it for something else, or I'll stick it in another fucking container, like a metal coffee tin, or like something. I'm not gonna waste it. But yeah, don't throw anything broken out. Use that shit. My girlfriend was bragging the other day about how she goofered her mother-in-law, and her mother-in-law had a stroke, and I told her I was going to pray for her crazy ass. Yeah, that's not fucking cool. Not fucking cool. Holy shit, Jenny. Yeah, not cool. Unless something, like the mother-in-law did something, like, super fucking evil, that's not fucking cool. If she was just a bitch and, because she loved her kid, then, I don't know. I got to run for a bit, but we'll try to get back. Okay, Silver Horse, I didn't even see you here. That's the first time I've seen you. I'm like, girl, are you crazy? I don't think she understands the consequences. She will. Guarantee it. I did something like that once when I was very young. And it was very unjust and it wasn't deserved. And I paid I paid a lot for it. It was actually very similar. I had actually given someone a seizure that didn't deserve it. And believe me, y'all, I paid for that shit. Quit posting videos and alter pictures as well. Yep. I mean, like, the pictures I have up, are just basically so clients can see a little bit of the types of things, of what can be done or what I do or da-da-da. But they're all old now. Like, even the altar ones, I got way more saints now and everything's different and everything's been moved around and, shit's been totally worked different. So all that shit, nobody can really use it, I have people steal pictures from me, so I have to watermark now. Yep. Watermark every fucking thing. Same, I learned my lesson, because when they do that on you, I made one comment on folder, dust, and everyone wants to use gopher dust. Hilarious, that's no joke. On gopher dust and... Yeah, gopher dust is no joke, and people, and that's why I made... all know I don't give out formularies. I don't give out recipes, I don't give out formularies, but I did do a video on hot foot powder because it was like a rampant run of fuckery stupidity I seen for a couple weeks straight of people just putting fuckeria in hot foot powder, and I'm like, y'all aren't making hot foot powder, man. Y'all are making something totally different, like fucking gopher dust, and that shit ain't no fucking joke. And you think, oh, I'm just gonna sprinkle this, and and they're gonna walk through it and they're gonna run away, because that's what hot foot powder does. You go adding in all this other fucking shit, you're not going to fucking make them run away. You're gonna make them very sick. Y'all, this shit ain't no fucking game. So I actually did a video on how to make hot foot powder. The money blood, yeah, right? That actually, we know where that came from. We know where that fuckeria came from, honey. How do you feel about Lucky Mojo? Oh, Lord, I think I covered that before. Fuck Lucky Mojo. Fuck a fucking bunch of fucking Lucky Mojo appropriating nobody, nothing fucking bitch. I hate that bitch. She's done nothing but make money. She's no worse than, like, fucking slave master. She has done nothing but make money off of all the traditions that she appropriates, because she's initiated in nothing, and she hires people from these traditions to appropriate from, uses their fucking shit to make money. And I'll tell you what, her fucking oils, y'all got me started now. Her fucking oils, for example, are made by people that pay her to teach them how to make oils. So you pay her for a class on how to make oils. And how do you learn to make oils? You make oils for free for her to sell and make money. So you're paying her for a class where you work for her for free to make money. So, then if you think about that, you're having a bunch of unskilled fucking nobodies who just said, I'm going to make a hoodoo fucking course one day, making your fucking oils. Oh, sounds like fuckery to me, guys. If y'all ever want to know anything about fucking Lucky Mojo, go on Facebook and Google hashtag Tigergate. I'm just saying. Follow a shamanic path, but do much conjure or hoodoo. But listening helps and learn other aspects that aren't really spoken of in the community, like magic. We never listen, or we never learn when we're not listening. So, and when we're speaking, we're not listening. So to listen, you have. That's how we learn. Have you ever experienced working with a demon? I don't think so. I think my husband might have. You had a demon once, didn't you? In England or something? Personally, no, I don't think I've ever experienced a demon, but the forces I work with and the spirits I work with, a lot of people would probably consider demons, but they're not. So, I don't know. But yeah, my husband had a demon in his apartment building. Oh, you're using it like crazy. Well, that's working. Awesome. Leave some fucking reviews and let me know that shit's working for y'all. I am going to call it a night. Oh, good night, Denise. I guess that blueberry fucking cheesecake knocked your ass out. Maybe there was liquor in it. She gotta go crash now. The mammoth to me is a connection to my very ancient ancestors. I mean, I can sort of kind of see that. I mean, it would be connection more of like a time period per se than actually to your ancestors. You might be able to use a totem like that to narrow in on a period of time, that critter was alive and your ancestors at that point were alive. But an actual connection to the ancestors, I don't know about that. Time period, yeah. I have a friend that like is big time. He I swear to God, he's gonna build a fucking time machine one day. But yeah, he's big time into zeroing in on specific points in history and time and fucking with them. So I can see how that one would work. For example, moving, maybe a person didn't want anymore or neglecting. Not me personally, but I heard it can be consequences for removing an altar. I mean, there can be consequences for anything. I would really say it kind of depends on the spirit, but I think if anything's done respectfully, it can be done. The only thing I would say you can't do that with is like ancestors, because once you start with them, and if you stop, they get fucking pissed. So, and there ain't no fucking stopping that shit. So, it depends on the spirit. And if it's something like, an ancestral kind of saint, like maybe a patron family saint, or a spirit like that, then that might be a little bit trickier. But in my experience, I have had to get rid of spirits, that weren't really supposed to be here, that I was working with and shouldn't have been working with. But yeah, I've had to get rid of some things, and like I said, you do it respectfully, you do it with honor, appreciation, and like I said, I personally, I find them the proper home where they, where they need to go, because this isn't the right one. That's the way I do it. How am I? How are you, J Math? Any advice on protection while outside your home? Yeah, carry something. You can make a amulet or charm, something like that. Something you carry in your bag, something you wear. My jewelry that I wear are protections. I place whenever I get jewelry, I place it with my spirits for however length of time they say they need it. To empower it with protections. You can also do things like I do carry, like a little travel size squirt bottle of like Florida water. Wherever you go, keep it in your car, in your glove box, whatever. When you're outside the house, cover your head, of fucking course. Yeah, all that stuff works. But yeah, amulets and charms work very fucking good. And protect your vehicles as well. A lot of people neglect protecting your vehicles, but protect it from witchcraft, protect it from accidents, ward it for safe travel, all that kinds of fucking shit. What is the best divination to use to see if a handful of people are working against you, not just one or two? Well, I mean, I think all of them could tell you, who it is. You just gotta run through the names. That's it. You sit and you listen to your spirits, and they'll fucking tell you. You start running names. You run a name, and it's, yes, no, whatever fucking divination you're doing. I've had issues once in a while with like hidden enemies. Ones. What do my spirits call it? They call it an enemy made for free. And what they mean by that is like an enemy made through gossip, or maybe somebody that just seen my fucking videos and just didn't fucking like me for some fucking reason. So they say that's an enemy made for free, and you don't necessarily always know who those enemies are, and sometimes you can't find out. I do like an eyesight kind of work where I will make unseen enemies reveal themselves to me. But that doesn't always fucking work. I had once or twice where it didn't entirely work. I mean, in the end, it worked. But when I do protections or reversals or anything enemy related like that, I always add in prayers and in petitions, all known, unknown, seen, and unseen enemies. Make sure you add all that. Because that just protects you across the fucking board if because you don't know who the fuck your enemies are sometimes. What do you think of Madame Pamita? Not sure I'm familiar with that one. Does she go by a different name? I've heard of quite a few Madames, but I don't know if I'm familiar with Pamita. Unless you're talking about what's her name? Palmagara? I'm not even sure if that's the right name. Scary, tell the story. What story? What story? What story am I don't know. Even with comments, I responded to a question on Facebook about herbs and then found out it was for their client. Oh, God, that pisses me off. That's something I will call the fuck out in a group. If I see somebody in a group asking fucking questions about client work, or saying, oh, I need this for a client, how did it, I will call them straight the fuck out in front of everybody in the fucking group. I will totally call that shit out. That irritates the freaking hell out of me. If you don't know what you're fucking doing, do not do fucking client work, okay? And if you do know what you're doing, and you got a client with some fucking work that you don't know how to do, don't take that fucking client and that fucking work. Send them to somebody who knows how to do that kind of work. Not everybody does every fucking kind of work. Some people specialize in certain kinds of work. I do this kind of work. I do that kind of work. Some people specialize in love work. Some people specialize in justice work. Some people, specialize in protection. Some people specialize in war. Some people specialize in everything, and not everybody, nobody's a jack of all trades. You can't do every fucking type of work that comes your way through clients. You can't do it. Some of them you got to send the fuck away. That really irritates me. Sorry. Y'all got me ranting tonight, man. That shit irritates the fuck out of me. Tell the story of the demon. Oh, honey, they want to hear your story about the demon. He's saying no. Why not? You're going to disappoint everybody. He ain't gonna do it. Sorry, guys. He's shy. Oh, he's going to bed. That's why. Good night. I'll be there soon. Never realized how bad Lucky Mojo went. Oh, they're fucking awful. They're fucking... In fact, Kat just came out with a new book. Like a month or two ago. And the book is How to Make Gree-Grees. And in the preface of the book, there's a whole list of people that you should never, never, never buy Gree-Grees from. Okay? Top of the list is like anyone who's initiated in an ATR. Anyone who's like African American. Anyone who is from Appalachian. Like there's a whole fucking list of anyone under 45. Like if they're not 45 or older, you shouldn't buy Gree-Gree from them. There's a whole fucking list of people you should never buy Gree-Gree from. And at the end of the list, it says, never buy Gree-Gree from the person reading this book. So she's selling you a book on how to make Gree-Gree. But people should not buy Gree-Gree from you because you read her book on how to make Gree-Gree. I'm sorry. Fuckery. Love the lightning wood. You got more? I got a bunch. You better believe I stocked the fuck up on that shit, girl. I got like pieces like bigger than my couch. I got a lot of lightning wood because that shit is few and far between, and it was fresh. Fresh. Yeah, that hit the tree right across the street from me in my neighbor's yard, and we thought somebody dropped a bomb. Honestly, that's what we thought. We thought a plane crashed or a bomb dropped or like something. That's how loud it was when the lightning hit that tree. So yeah, first thing in the morning when I got up and seen what happened, I ran out there and stocked the fuck up on that wood, yeah. Vehicle protection is essential. The coffin nail cross I just bought from you, very excited, is going right in my car. Yep, I have one hanging on my rearview mirror along with a rosary. I have lots of protections in my cars. Those are just a few that are seen. You spoke about having pets in the home just in case you get hit. What type of situation? Any kind of enemy situation or any kind of rogue kind of mortal spirit that would happen to be able to have access to your house, or one that somebody would send at you, your animals can take those hits for you. Absolutely. I had a friend, she keeps lots of chickens around and stuff just for that case, and she had, an enemy war going on at one point, and all her chickens were dropping dead. Like every 3 days she was losing a fucking chicken, and they were taking fucking hits for her. Always keep animals around. There's always a hidden enemy. Yep. What is scary is that they would pass on unverified information from a stranger for money. That's not the scariest thing, honey, believe me, but yeah, it's fucked up. According to Lucky Mojo Lady, we are supposed to get Gree-Gree from thin air. She's a nutbag. Tigergate, y'all. Facebook, hashtag Tigergate. Who wrote the messed up book? That's fucking Kat. Kat Your Wand, or whatever the fuck her name is, from Lucky Mojo. I have a bunch of chickens for that reason too, yep. Felicia Fifi, I'm a newbie. Hey, that's Honey, we were all new at one point. Can I talk about pomegranate? No, actually, honey, I can't, which is why when you posed that question in the group the other day, I tagged someone who I knew could talk about her because she's not a spirit that I work with. She's not in my court, or anything like that. So I haven't done a whole lot of study on her, and I'm not familiar with her. So I don't like speaking on things that I don't have experience with or haven't studied a lot on. So yeah, that's why when you asked that question in my group the other day, I tagged Jared White because I know he had actually done a video like a month ago on Santisma Morte, and he had talked about Pomegranate in a little bit in that video, and he said he was going to do a video just on her, like in the future. So that's why I tagged him, because I know he has worked with, those spirits, so he knows a lot about them. What is the scariest thing? Oh, Lord. In the fucking Rootwork community? It's all fucking scary. It's all fucking scary with this new age bullshit fuckery. Can you bury spell candles in your plants if you don't have a yard? Is he on YouTube? No, he does like Facebook live type videos and stuff. I think they're public though. So, I tagged him, in the post and he responded. If you go to his profile, I think the videos he does are public on his wall when he talks about that stuff. Okay, bury spell candles and plants if you don't have a yard. It depends on the type of spell work. If it's something, well, plug it in. What are you flapping it at me for? If it's something for like protection or to draw in prosperity, something for good luck, success, all these beneficial kind of good things we do, then yeah, you can absolutely bury them in a pot, in your house, outside, on your porch, whatever. If it's something negative, you don't want to keep that shit around. So you're going to want to get rid of that shit. Oh yeah, guys, I finally got rid of all that shit that was in my freezer. That's just been around since like Christmas. Yeah, but I had to make a trip the other day to the woods, and so yeah, I finally, on the way out, I was like, oh my god, let me grab this fucking shit out my freezer. It was bad too. My freezer's smelling like vinegar and turpentine and camphor, like all this fucking nasty paint thinner. I'm glad I got rid of that shit, man. My freezer was stinking like hell. I'm so stuffed up, guys. My allergies are horrible. And I never have allergies. It's so weird. I think it's the dryness from not having any rain. Have you worked with Santisma Morte? No, I have not. I work, Santisma Morte is basically a Catholic saint. I mean, even though she's not technically recognized by the Catholic Church as a saint, she is a Catholic saint. And she's only worked with in a lot, certain sects, and the way, it's always been explained to me is like, kind of like any other spirit, you don't choose to work with her, she chooses you, kind of, like any other kind of spirit. But she's never chosen me, so it's not a spirit that I work with. I do work with a lot of Morto and a lot of spirits of the dead and all that kinds of stuff, but not in particular Santisma Morte. No, I have never worked with her because she never contacted me. Crazy shit. Okay, I'm backing up. Hold on. Any new paranormal experience stories? Most frequently asked question. I actually do have a couple. Just give me 1 second. How does alchemy fit into spell work? Do you know anything about it? I mean, I do. The alchemy part comes in when you're making tinctures, when you're making hot toddies, when you're making oils, powders. All that shit is fucking alchemy. How old am I? You gonna fucking sit here and ask me how fucking old I am? Do I tell people? Should I tell people how I'm old as fuck? I mean, I'm a lot older than I look. I look very young for my age. Hold up, back it up. Okay, so she wants to know if I have any paranormal experience of lately. I'm old enough to be considered an elder. Let me put it that way. Uh, yeah, actually, the other night I was sitting here on the couch. I was talking with another root worker friend of mine, one of my best friends. And we're just sitting here bullshitting, and somebody started screaming outside my window, and it sounded like a little kid, like not a baby, but like a boy between 3 to 5 years old was screaming outside my window, and I'm like, there's a lot of kids in this neighborhood, so I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And it freaked my cats out. Now this kid started screaming, and all my cats darted for the fucking window, and they're like all, in the fucking window looking all crazy and shit. I go to the window, nothing fucking there. I opened the door, I went out, looked around, fucking nothing. They screamed twice, and it was so creepy. It gave me goosebumps, like all, really did. It creeped me out. It was a creepy, weird fucking scream, because it was I'm almost positive that it wasn't actually a kid. It was something paranormal that was screaming out there. And then also today, we went to eat, and we're sitting in the restaurant, and I started hearing a little girl, like literally, she was like singing or something. My allergies, sorry guys. I started hearing this little girl singing, and it sounded like she was standing like right fucking like beside me, and it was like I couldn't understand what she was saying, but it was creepy as fuck. And I'm looking, and I start looking around the restaurant. And I'm like, is there a kid in here? Is someone on their phone? It might have been a video, and I kind of overheard it. And then I heard it again. And I'm like, what the? And I looked at my husband. I'm like, did you hear that little fucking girl singing? And he was like, yep, I heard it twice. And I was like, okay, I'm not fucking crazy. He heard it too. Yeah, we get creepy shit all the time. But I had some crazy shit happen to me this weekend, but we can't talk about it, unfortunately. Local honey helps with allergies. That's the thing. I've never had allergies. It seems like it's the lack of humidity is like I'm dry or something. So it's like it's stuffing me up kind of and stuff. Because when I got my Friday spiritual bath, my weekly bath tonight, and the minute I got in the hot tub, like I could breathe again. Like all my airways opened up. I was breathing totally normal, and everything was fine. At 2 hours outside of the bath, I'm all fucking stuffed up and like phlegmy again. And last night I was sneezing like a motherfucker. I was sneezing like crazy sneezing. So it's dust or something, but I've never had allergies. It's weird. Is there any risk to putting an altar against a mirror? I have a corner with mirrors. That seems intense. Mirrors are portals. They're doorways. Um, Lots of phobia and do's and don'ts and taboos with mirrors. Like one of the big things is you should never have a mirror on an outside wall. A wall, that faces the outside of your house. Always want to hang a mirror on inside walls. Because if you put it on an outside wall, you don't know what the fuck's coming in from outside, right? So we only hang mirrors on inside walls. A wall that faces like if I put one on this wall here, the back of the wall is facing my bedroom. That's not outside the house. That's inside the house. So that would be considered an inside wall. I have mirrors where I know that they will be protected when it comes to altar and spirit work, like my ancestors. I have a couple large mirrors on the back of their altar because I know that will amplify, and let them work more smoothly and come through more clear and everything, and I know for a fact they ain't gonna let nothing else fucking through there, so I could put them there. I could, I trust them, so, and I know they're gonna take care of that shit, so it depends on the spirit, and there's a lot of wonkies with mirrors on do's and don'ts. I wish there was a price and quality list for initiations and ATRs. My price range has been from 1,500 to 2,000 to 4,000, and one is unknown. Um what are you seeking to initiate in? That is, yeah, they're gonna vary. There isn't like an across the board fucking. It depends on what you're initiating into. Like, if you tell me what you're looking to initiate into, I can tell you what's too much. Pretty much, because I'm in all the groups. I'm in the, I'm in the community, so I know the average prices, in different traditions pretty much, and the going rates, and I know what's fucking ridiculous. So I don't know if you want to share that or not. My fucking voice is horrible tonight. Sorry though. Yeah, don't ask a lady her age. Didn't your mama teach you nothing? No manners? What is my favorite food? What are these questions you're asking me? 4 different traditions. No, oh, honey. You want to initiate in 4 different traditions? You like my advice always when you go for initiations, you can be more than one, okay, guys? You can be more than one. You don't have to be like, I'm that, I'm this, and that's it. You can be more than one thing. But, the big but, is you need to pick one, okay? Pick the one that resonates with you the most, that calls to your spirit the most, that your ancestors vibe with the most. Pick that one. Go to that one and get a foundation in that one, okay? Get a built fucking strong foundation in one before you branch out into any other fucking tradition. And why is because, you guys, ATRs are way fucking different. They're religions, okay? It's African traditional religion. These are religions. They have been around for thousands and thousands of fucking years. They are the oldest religions on the planet, okay? So they have a lot to learn. You could be initiated when you were born and live till you're 90 and not learn everything about one tradition, one religion in the African systems. Pick one. It's so much to learn. You do not want to be jumping into 4 different fucking things and trying to learn. You're going to get really messed up, my friend. You really are. Pick one. Get a foundation. Know your shit in one. From there, you can you can go into something else and something else. Pique your fucking interest after you've learned this one. Always start with one. What is my favorite food? What kind of questions do we have a troll? Like, for real? We haven't had one in a while. I feel old. Honey, I'll tell you, my husband, we have something here in Kansas City called First Fridays. And it's like this big thing down in the West Bottoms, and they open up all these antique stores, and they have food vendors and like street, it's like a street fair kind of thing. They do it the first Friday of every month. It's called First Fridays. So my husband, he was like, "Isn't today First Friday?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "It's pretty fucking, 90 fucking 5 degrees, but if you want to go, we'll go." So we went down to First Friday, and we did so much. We weren't even down there that long, like 2 hours walking around. My back. My back is killing me tonight. My feet hurt. I'm like, man, I am getting too fucking old. And next week we're going to Crypticon, and that's another full day of just walking around. And I'm like, you know what? I'm getting a fucking back brace, and I'm going to wear it. Fucking real. I'm wearing a fucking back brace next weekend because my back is fucking hurting just from walking around 2 hours today. Bullshit, man. This old bullshit sucks. 43 is young. Those have to be your best years, I think. I don't know about that. I'm going to go back like 10 more years maybe for best years. Leaving, just been looking through Q&A. Okay, well, I mean, if you have any, like, actual real fucking questions, you know, I'm here to help and answer them, but you're asking some, like, fucked up questions, making me think you're a troll, honey. I heard Santa Muerte will fuck you up, and Saint Martha, yes. I know a little bit about her from other people I know that work with her, and, things that I've, watched, heard, read, listened to, whatever. But like I said, if I haven't experienced it personally, I really don't know, right? That's just hearsay. But I have heard, yes, that she has quite a temper, and she's very picky, and, all that kinds of shit, and that she can be not nice if you disrespect her, yeah, and work with her the wrong way. Can you have some of Jersey's humidity? It's nasty humid here. It's so dry here. Do you feel a bit bored? No, but you must to just be sitting here trolling with these dumb questions. You need a humidifier, or just put... Okay, so yeah, I have a humidifier. I have a humidifier, but my spirits like to fuck with it. So I had this humidifier, like, forever, right? And I mainly use it in the winter, because we have, like, really dry gas heat, right? So I use it in the winter, in the bedroom specifically. Because I wake up with a dry, scratchy throat from the dry heat. I had this thing for like a year. I use it, every fucking winter, whatever. I receive some new spirits, and I bring them home. And the night I bring them home, my smoke alarm starts fucking going off at like 3:30 in the morning. And this happened for like 2 weeks. Count them, 1, 2 weeks straight of my smoke alarm being set off at 3:30 in the fucking morning every fucking night for 2 weeks. And it turned out that it was something with the fucking humidifier, and it never fucked with the smoke alarm before. Never. I've used this thing for a long time. It's never set off the smoke alarm. I bring these new spirits home, and all of a sudden, it's setting off the fucking smoke alarm. So I don't use the humidifier anymore, because I would rather have a good night's sleep. Maybe this winter I'll get a new humidifier, maybe one that's like cool humid. They have the ones that aren't hot, kick out the heat when they're humid. They're like cool humid. Maybe I'll try one of those. But my spirits are hot spirits, guys. I think I explained this before. I have really fucking hot spirits. So the humidifier is kicking out all that fucking heat. I don't know. It's like exciting them, or it's doing something with my spirits that are hot. They're setting off the smoke alarm. So we got to get a new one. Great advice on the mirrors. Yeah, and you can also put sigils on the backs of your mirrors. You can fix your mirrors, right? So that nothing bad, so it's not a portal for anything bad. Only positive things can come there, or it cannot be a portal at all. You can totally seal it off, with sigils and herbs and oils and, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, mirrors are fucked up. Protect your fucking mirrors, y'all. You live in Missouri as well, and we use dehumidifier because it's so forsaken hot. And our house is old. My allergies flare up. The drier it is inside, as well as when it's on. Oh. This is the first time I've had any kind of shit with allergies. IFA houses want to start around $4,000 up. Yeah, IFA is expensive. IFA, I think that IFA is probably the most expensive one that you can go for. And I hate to break it to you, but the initiation into any African tradition is step one. That's not, you don't just pay that and you're fucking, you don't pay anything else. That's one thing. Every time you go back to your godparents and you need a reading, You need to receive something. Whatever. Everything costs fucking money. These traditions are not cheap. They are way not fucking cheap. But I'll tell you what. If you are meant to be initiated in a tradition, the spirits will make sure that you have the means to do it. And if you need something, if you need to receive something, if you need a reading, if you need, whatever the trabajos, the ebos, all that shit, whatever you need, if you need it, your spirits will make sure you got it. They will bring the money for it. Trust me, 100% on that. But yeah, these traditions are not fucking cheap, and it's not I'm initiated, that's it, and that's all the money I ever have to pay, and that's done and over with, and I can save money. You're gonna be paying for fucking ever. You won't fucking pay. Yeah, they're not cheap. Need to go. Okay, good night, princess. If you can find a brace with copper or magnets, they are better. Oh, for my back? Yeah, like those copper. What do they call them? I don't remember what they call them. But I seen them on TV. The copper shield or something like that. 40, so you're not old. You are seasoned and good for the soul. Yeah, I guess. The advice I got was to start with building communication and strength with my court and ancestors before seeking any initiation. Absolutely. I built up my ancestors and court for a good almost 2 years before, because I had the path, I had the path for initiation, but my ancestors were blocking me. My court was blocking me. So I had to put in my time with them, and I had to build them up. And it was a good year and a half, 2 years of working daily, with my ancestors and my spiritual court before they opened a way and a path to allow, for the initiation. But yeah, your spirits in your court should always be number one and the strongest ones. Lately, my teeth have started vibrating with something as up spirit-wise, and it saved my ass a couple times already. It's such a weird way to get a signal. It's like a spidey sense. Oh, that's interesting. You know what my spidey sense is? My ears ring. Or there's some fucked up fucking energy around. My ears ring like fucking crazy. It's so annoying. Are cone incense and sticks as effective as the resin kind? It depends on what you're doing, okay? You can use cones and sticks. I use cones, with my ancestors and my spirits, and even my spirits downstairs and shit. I use incense cones. But for certain things, the resins are way better. And what's really good about because see, the cones can be artificial, right? They can be, they're manufactured, man-made, whatever. A lot of the shit in the cones is artificial, where resins it's resin. And 100% fucking natural. So, of course, it has, like, what we talked about, the ache, the spirit, the energy of that natural tree or whatever it fucking come from is going to be in the fucking resin. Now, the prayers, you can do the incense and the cones sticks with prayers. Okay, those are fine. If you're just praying, if you're just speaking with your spirits, if you're speaking with your ancestors, light some fucking incense for them. When it comes to working, I highly suggest resins over cones or sticks or any of that man-made shit. And also, you can use resins in all kinds of work because they have that energy and that ache, right? So, I put resins in some oils. I put them in some powders. I use resins for all kinds of shit, not just burning, as fucking incense, because they have that fucking energy. So, I use both. Some are, you can use different uses. That's what I'm saying. What is a court? Your court is your spiritual court. Those are the spirits that were born with you, and also ones that have decided to join you along through your lifetime. Everybody has a spiritual court. There's like archetypes to the types of spirits that are typically in people's spiritual courts. Like you have the Congos, and then you have natives, you have mariners, you have doctors, you have what are some of the other ones? There's like a whole fucking series of archetypes of spirits that are in everybody's, spiritual courts. And then of course you have this is where we get the setting up of the Bovedas and like everything like that. So you have a glass representing each spirit that you have in your court. And then you also have one for like your mom's side of the family, one's for your dad's side of the family, and that kind of stuff. But to find all that out, you have to get like a spiritual court reading to find out exactly who is in your court, because not all spirits are, in everybody's fucking court. Looking for, hold on. Now this damn thing. Looking for mucilaginous herbs. I hope I said that right. Violet leaf or mallow leaf tea, chill in fridge, or comfrey, or plantain leaf. They will soothe your mucous membranes. I have comfrey up here. Pots and altars, I understand, cost lots of money, but I was told by Eva Priest that I will thrive in any ATR. I mean, well, that's great, but well, some traditions, they don't all work together. Some of them, okay, so let me explain something about ATRs. The reason there's different ATRs, right? There's different ones. There's Santeria, there's Ocha, there's Ifa, there's Palo, there's Kubanda, there's all kinds of different ATRs. The reason for that is because in Africa there's tribes, right? Tribes. Just like we had in America with the Native Americans, there's different tribes. And what do tribes do? Most tribes don't get along, right? A lot of tribes fight, right? Same thing with the ATRs. Like Yoruba traditions, which is Lukumi, Santeria, Ocha, Ifa, that branch doesn't really go along too good with the Congo, which is the Kubanda and the Palo and like that branch. They don't really get along. I don't know a whole lot about all of them because I'm only initiated in 2, but I know once you're initiated in Ifa, you cannot be initiated in Palo. You can't be. It's like, it's against the fucking law. So, I mean, there's stuff you gotta fucking think about, and stuff, you need to learn stuff before you just willy-nilly run off jumping into this stuff, because I can't stress how serious they are. These traditions are fucking serious. These are not a joke. When you initiate, you make pacts. You make pacts and you make treaties with spirits, and they can never be broken. They are lifelong pacts. Till you die, and even after you die, you're still in a fucking pact. So think of it as like selling your soul to the devil. I know it's a bad analogy, but think of it that way. It's a fucking lifelong pact, and even after you're dead, you're still in the fucking pact. It's not to be taken lightly. It is a bigger commitment than marriage. You can't divorce a pact with a fucking spirit. Okay? It's just, people just don't think, they just leap without looking and jump into this stuff and do not realize what they're getting into, and this is how people are getting fucked up, like, big time. Just a little tip. I just put copper link inside my regular brace. Y'all don't know what old is. I plan on doing it up over the next few years and beyond. Can we go on? Who can go on altar? It depends on the kind of altar, honey. What kind of altar? There's all kinds of different altars, but you're saying siblings, so I'm assuming you're talking about an ancestral altar. who should go on your ancestral altar is directly related ancestors. I mean, you can put, aunts, uncles, cousins, blah blah blah, whatever. I tend to like to stick with directly related ancestors. That's mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, great grandpa, great grandma. Direct lineage, not the branches. Direct fucking lineage is really who your ancestors are. Um, So I mean, but you can put your aunt, your auntie, your uncle, your cousin, your whatever on there if you really fucking want to. The most important thing when you place people on your ancestral altar is whatever pictures you use that they are the only ones in it. You don't want anybody who is currently living in any representation on your ancestral altar because that is placing the living amongst the dead. And that's basically you're giving them a death sentence because they're going to die because you already put them there. You already put them with the dead, so they're as good as dead, right? So that's the most important thing is when you're placing pictures or images or whatever people on your ancestral altar, just make sure there's no living people in any of those pictures. No, very important. I wish I could talk with you, but I'm taking a leave from Instagram right now to build my foundation stronger. I mean, we all got to do that. Everyone in my house has pretty much left social media altogether. There's only like a couple of us left on social media. Not all gypsies are bad. They have stigmas like a witch. Yeah? Who's saying gypsies are bad? Thanks for the advice. I'm going to start with one first. Just planning right now. I mean, like I said, if there's some traditions that once you initiate in one, you can't do some of the other ones. So if let's say you really want Palo, you can't go do Ifa. It's like against the fucking law. So just know that shit before it look before you leap, honey. Are your cats witchy? Cats and their color can be used in magic. Do they assist you ever? The only way they assist me is I use their hair and their nails sometimes and stuff, and they alert me. They alert me if there's like some fucking wacky energy or spirits around or something. They'll start acting fucked up, and they alert me to that. Um, but I think what you're talking about is like a familiar. No, I don't even have any animal familiars, and they're not. Things people don't understand about familiars is they're not common. And just I don't care how special they are. Your regular old dog and cat ain't your fucking familiar. They just ain't. It's a very specific, certain special kind of spirit, and they're actually really fucking rare. So that's another pet peeve that gets on my nerves, and everybody's posting pictures of their kitties and their puppies, and they go, "Oh, my familiar." Have y'all seen Salem, the TV series Salem with the witches? Those witches had fucking familiars, and that's pretty much a real deal fucking familiar, and that's real deal. You're fucking, I don't care how special they are. Your dog and your cat ain't your fucking familiar. So that's like, what do they call it? A myth that needs to be debunked. I have wonderful animals and pets, and I love them to death, and they're great, and they do quirky things and like all kinds of shit, but they're not my fucking familiars. They're my pets. Did you find your ring? I fucking did. Oh! You guys ain't gonna believe this one. Guess where I found my ring? So it was gone for like a good week. Saturday, this last Saturday, I refresh quite a few of my altars on Saturday. I go around, especially ancestors. We work on Saturday, and I refresh everything, right? So they get fresh coffee, fresh water, fresh drink, fresh everything, every Saturday. This Saturday, I went to go refresh my ancestors, and they have several glasses up there, but I pulled one out. My fucking ring was in my ancestor's glass. I swear to fucking God. I even took a picture of it. I took a picture of it and I sent it to my godmother and I sent it to my best friend. I was like, y'all ain't even gonna believe this. My ancestors found it and brought it back to me. Abso-fucking-lutely. It was in one of their fucking water glasses. Tell me. Now, man, I love my fucking spirits. I love them. Egypt, cat sleeps on my head. What are we talking about, guys? How do you know? I think mine are familiars. Okay, if you don't know, get on Netflix or Hulu or something and start binging Salem, the TV series. You'll see what familiars actually fucking are. And I know it's a movie and it's Hollywood and it's bullshit, but that's along the lines of a real deal fucking familiar. And I guarantee your cat and your dog ain't it. Well, I don't guarantee. I don't say anything's fucking not possible. But 99.9999% chance your dog or your cat ain't your fucking familiar. Wouldn't a righteous priestess inform people before initiating? Inform them of what? I don't understand. A righteous priest would inform people of what before initiating? Have you ever heard not to attend a funeral while pregnant because you spoke about living pictures on the ancestor altar? I don't think I've ever heard of it, but that actually seems like a really good idea. Like, but on the other, it depends on whose funeral it is, because I personally believe, and in my religion, my tradition, we believe that this is why ancestors are so important. We believe that every child born in the lineage is a reincarnated, reborn ancestor. And that's how ancestors reincarnate, through their blood, through their DNA, through their fucking lineage, okay? This is how they come back. So that's why they're so fucking important. So, attending a funeral while pregnant, I would just be really fucking careful. I would have lots of fucking protections. And a lot of people don't know, but when lower level energy spirits attack someone or attach to someone, they usually do it in a couple places, okay? It's usually on your head, it's on your, kind of like your shoulders, like the back of your shoulders right here, or for women especially, through your belly button. And a lot of people don't know this. So when I go places that are really fucking active, I do something like I'll take a cotton ball and I'll dip it in like protection oil or not fiery wall protection oil, no, that would burn. But like, what do I have? My shield of armor oil, something like that. And I'll just rip up a little piece of cotton ball and I'll stick it in it, and I'll stick it in my belly button to protect from anything attaching to me. Because for women especially, spirits like to go through the belly button where the womb is, right? That's where they like to attach to women a lot. So another little tip for you guys. Flipped us all off, yeah, I noticed. It was a pun, though. Wonder who borrowed that ring. I have an idea, because I have something else that's missing now too. And I think I have an intruder. Actually, my spirits, yeah, they told me. They were like, you'll see it well because it takes things. And I'm like, that's why I've been having shit coming up missing the last fucking week or two. Mm-hmm. Didn't see the movie. I understand familiars are obtained by pacts with certain spirits. Ancestors found your ring. They absolutely fucking did. They absolutely did. I mean, yeah, familiars are obtained with pacts and things like that, but I mean, you don't just go and fucking make a pact. It's like a big fucking ordeal. There's ceremonies, and it's like a big fucking thing. So yeah, and it's not a movie; it's a TV series called Salem. It was on WGN in America, and I'm probably pretty sure it's available on Hulu or uh, Netflix, or it might even be available on YouTube. Um, but yeah, just watch the series, Salem. Pets can be protectors, familiar help, and do work for you. It isn't the same, yep, as a pet or protector, at least as I understand it. Absolutely. Familiars actually are magic. Like, they, they can fucking work magic, they can do magic, they can, I mean, they're, okay, so like, who's seen, oh my god, the Golden Compass? Who's seen the Golden Compass? In the Golden Compass, they have these things called daemons. And every... My cat just... Hey! What are you doing, you fat nutball? Sorry, guys. In the movie The Golden Compass, every human in this realm of reality has what they call a daemon. And the daemons are these little spirit like critters, and they can do all kinds of shit. They can manifest, they can change into different critters. They're like 100% magic critters. But these daemons are bound to the person's like soul and spirit. So if the daemon gets killed, then the person dies. If the person gets killed, the daemon dies. That's kind of along the same lines of as a familiar. So yeah, there's two things you can look up to learn about familiars. You can look up the Golden Compass, or the TV series Salem. The rules you were talking about, you can get with this. Oh, if a reputable godparent would inform you of the rules. Um, yeah, but a lot of godparents, I mean, you don't understand the ATRs. The ATRs are warrior religions. Okay, these are tribes of warriors. Okay, that went through slavery and the dysphoria and all that fucking shit. These are warrior peoples, and in warrior cultures, shit usually isn't given. And that was like one of the first lessons my godfather taken me. He was like, you're not gonna get anything from me. If you want something, you gotta take it. So a lot of shit in ATRs is not just handed over on a crystal platter just because you fucking initiated, okay? And a lot of shit won't be learned when you want to learn it. It'll be learned in its time. And the ATRs are very different, okay? So a reputable godparent, yeah, they will tell you about taboos and about rules, but only ones that are specifically pertaining to you. Like, they won't go across the board, oh, if you're this is a taboo. If you're that, that's a taboo, blah, 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 blah. They're just going to tell you what is specifically important to you. Not learning about the whole fucking deal, just you. Because it's about bettering yourself and becoming stronger in yourself. So yeah, like, I have a lot of fucking taboos. And I didn't know about them till after. I'm like, oh, actually I knew about them right before. Like, when I showed up. Oh, by the way, you can't do that anymore. You can't eat this anymore. Oh, you can't eat that either. And you can't go outside at this time ever. And wonderful. But yeah. Do you think it's better to focus on matriarchal lineage, since mothers are always truly blood related, but fathers are not always the true father, or does it matter at all? No, I think you should focus on both, because regardless, you got both. Okay, regardless which one's stronger, you got both. And like my main ancestor is on my mother's father's side. So my main ancestor comes from my mother, from the male patriarchal side. So yeah, there's that. It doesn't matter who you got more of. You still got them all. So I would do all fairly. How do you think our spirits or guardians can protect us by cutting a dream off, ending it abruptly if someone is trying to influence us through our dreams and sending us bad dreams? Um, yeah, I definitely believe they can do that. In fact, when I think something wacky's around, like some caca energy, I make it a point to ask my spirits before I go to sleep to protect me on the spirit plane, and also to close the door to the spirit plane if there's something malicious, trying to get in or hanging around or, whatever. I usually do that every night if I feel there's some kind of wacky fucking shit going on. I ask them to protect me on the fucking spirit plane, absolutely. They're your number one defense, because a lot of people cannot protect themselves on the damn spirit plane, which is why that's a favorite place to attack people. ATR, but not that one. The commitment. Yeah, it's explained, but it's usually explained like mid fucking way through it. See, that you should know these things. You should know what you're getting into before you jump. You should know these things. You don't just leap without fucking, looking at shit for quite a while. Like the past I'm in, I looked at them for like 2 fucking years before, you know. The belly button tip blew my mind. Yeah, awesome. In a lot of traditions, this is where the belly chains come from, right? They put the belly chain right across, where your belly button, and then you have your charms and your protections, and that can actually also help hold in a little piece of cotton. But I got a deep belly button. I don't need any help holding it in there. It stays. That's cool. Thanks again. Going to try that cotton ball thingy. I feel like I need extra protection when I'm doing errands. Yeah, me too. I get thrown off balance real easy. You got a fae taking your stuff. I'm not quite sure it's a fae. But yeah, I got a fucking intruder. I actually think I might have got rid of it today. I did a lot of fucking work today. And I refreshed and ramped up a lot of fucking protections. And see, this is the hard thing. When you got an intruder in your house, I don't even know how the fuck got in here through my protections, but when you're trying to get rid of something, you can't do protections at the same time because, okay, so like usually when we're trying to run something out, we open the doors, we open the windows, right? So it can get the fuck out. You gotta do some kind of divination or something to find out that it for sure got fucking gone before you re-protect those fucking boundaries, because if it's not fucking gone and you put those protections up, you're gonna trap it in your fucking house. Just saying. People were up in arms over that movie. I forgot why. Something to do with Christians being mad about it. Oh, I didn't hear that. I thought it was a cute movie. Very steampunky. That's back in the day when I was all steampunky. You got it, Jillian. In the 17th century, it was thought that familiars were given to a witch after she signed a pact in the devil's book. They're sort of a servitor spirit bound to serve the witch, and they feed off the witch as well. Yes, that's where witches' teats come from, and why they call them witches' marks and witches' teats during, like the Inquisitions and the Salem trials and like all that shit. They would strip women naked and look for witches' teats and witches' marks, which anything could be construed as that. But yeah, the familiars actually feed off of the witch, like her blood from the teat. And a teat isn't this. It would be something, somewhere else, like typically on your back, stomach over here or something. It would be a tit that your familiars feed off of. Hello, Rebecca Lucas. People have talked to me about the movie Law of Attraction. I said that spell work on the same basis. I don't think I've ever seen that movie. The Malus Maleficarium. Yep. Wild read. I read that when I was like 12 years old, I think. And to talk negatively about spells. Wait a minute. People talk to me about... Yeah, okay, so I haven't seen that movie yet. I'll tell you what, guys. I watched this new one that just came out. The Mary Magdalene. And it will come... Joaquin Phoenix is in it, and he's actually playing Jesus, and I didn't even realize it like halfway through the movie. I was like, what the fuck? That's fucking Joaquin Phoenix. I'm being Jesus. It was actually a really fucking good movie, y'all. It was a really good movie. So, yeah, if you guys are, Christian witches, do the root work, you're into the Psalms and the Bible and hoodoo and all that, that's a good movie to watch. It is like saying law of attraction doesn't work. Oh no, I don't believe that. Comic send before I finish typing. Phone is acting up. Have you heard of cording? Where a spirit or person connects to the belly button. How do you cut the tie? Well, we call it cutting cords. Alright? So it's actually a work that you do to cut those cords. Which I'm not going to tell anybody how to do on a live video. But, Google it, honey. Google cord cutting. In folk magic, witchcraft, hoodoo, whatever you want to fucking tradition you want to put after it. If you got any questions, you know how to get a hold of me. Oh, I have your candle, by the way. It's finished. And it burned good. It's crystal clear. Everything should manifest positively, but I didn't want to send you the final report yet because I haven't spoken with spirits about it. I mean, to me, it appears like it did really well. But I like to confirm that with my spirits, and I've been going through a lot of shit this week. So it is finished, but I just have to concur with my spirits to make sure that everything's a-okay, and we'll see if we can get, a little mini divination in there for you as well. So I just wanted to let you know that. Never thought about belly buttons. Yep, it was an opening in the body. You're absolutely right. Just like the crown. Yep. Just because it is fused or healed doesn't mean it's closed. Yeah, and for a woman, that's so important because it goes right into your womb, right? I mean, yeah, just think about it. If you haven't done it yet, what books would you recommend? Oh my god, I do this on every video, y'all. Every video somebody wants me to recommend books. Go back and watch my old videos. I have recommended tons of books. Actually, I got a brand new one. It seems to be pretty good, but my phone is sitting on it because I had to raise it up because my table's low. It's called, well, see, and this is for me personally because I do powwow. It's called Hex and Spellwork, The Magical Practices of the Pennsylvania Dutch, and it is by Carl Herr, Herr. I'm about halfway through this one, and for my tradition of powwow, it's a pretty fucking book. I'm just saying. But yeah, book reviewers, go back. I can recommend authors off the top of my head. I recommend anything by Mama Starcassis. I recommend Professor Porterfield. These are very good, and they're different styles now, so like it depends on what you're doing at. Another book I recommended before was the one called Stick, Stones, Root, and Bones. I don't remember the author off the top of my fucking head. There's also The Magical Power of the Saints by Reverend fucking somebody. I don't remember his name either, but it's a reverend. These are all good fucking books. Don't buy anything by Cat Your Wand. Fucking Lucky Mojo. I'm saying. Which old video? I've done them. in a lot of lives. Like, I think I've covered it in a lot of lives. It might have been a Thursday live where I really went and, like, I showed the books. Like, the acts, like, this is what it looks like. I think it was a Thursday live, and it was probably, like, God, at least 2 months ago. Oh, you're welcome, honey. What's up with Cat Your Wand? Watch the video again when it's over. I'm not gonna rehash the cat thing. but we talked about cat in the beginning of the video, so just when this is over, just start it over again. Yeah, this video. This video. So yeah, when it's over and it's uploaded, just rewatch it to the point where you joined in, because we talked about cat. Okay, guys. So any other questions? We're after midnight out here in the Midwest. But I'm a night out anyway, but I'm sure everybody else might be getting tired, and I don't see any more questions. Any more questions? Too many of Cat's books. Burn them! If I had a bunch of books by Cat, they'd be fire kindling. Yeah. Hashtag Tigergate. Just go on Facebook. Go on Facebook and search hashtag Tigergate, and you will join the rest of us. Time to do work. What are you doing, Marlene? Are you making soap? Marlene is the awesome kick-ass soap maker. I'm about to burn the crappy Alvarado book I bought. I don't know if I know that. That sounds familiar. Why does that sound familiar? Look at my cat. He's the ham cat. I call him ham cat or fat Alex. And when he walks in the room, I go, hey, hey, hey. Fat Alex. I'm getting goofy. It's getting late. Okay, Denise Alvarado. Yeah, that's why it sounded familiar. Look up the authors I recommended. The books I recommended. Those are great starter books, and they're great even if you're fucking seasoned. There's some good information in those fucking books. There's another one. Oh my God, what is it called? Is it The Way of the Root? I don't think that was right. I don't remember that one, but that one was a really good one too. Okay, guys, so we're gonna sign off, I guess. Like I said, there is a sale, Independence Day sale going on, guys, in the shop. The link's below the video, primitiverootsconjure.com. You get free shipping on any order over $25 till through the weekend, through the 8th, which I think is Sunday. So get that offer while you can get it. Free shipping, $25. Follow me on Facebook at Primitive Roots Appalachian Conjure, and follow me on Instagram at primitive_roots_conjure. Start any earlier? What do you mean, start my videos earlier? No, I usually, honey, I have a life. I have a life. I have lots of fucking spirits to take care of. Like a lot. So, we start them when I get started. I do this for you guys, not for me. I'm helping, I'm here to help. Give my knowledge and precious time to you guys. I know they're getting a little bit sparse, but Mama is learning a lot of fucking shit, and I've just received some more new fucking spirit. So we're getting accustomed and assimilating into the flow with everybody else, and sometimes it doesn't go smoothly. So we've had some snafus this week. So I'm hit and miss. I do them when I know I can, devote an hour or 2 or 3 to you guys and help and answer your questions, because that's my job. That is my task. Always like, subscribe, and share. Good night, guys.